3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to EscapeAoE and the Escape Champions League. Me and Robo are in the booth.
Yeah, we're here, just as we are almost every other weekend.
Well, it's not even every other weekend. It's like 2 weekends on,
2 weekends off.
one weekend off, 2 weekends off. But a lot of ECL action, and we're back with the second weekend in a row now. If you missed us last week, you missed the round of 8 and the ECL 2v2 Americas stage. But now we are through to the semi-finals, which will be BZK versus Secret and Heresy versus Aftermath. Heresy there, a surprise, a shock almost. The first time they've gotten past the first round, I think.
In a team game tournament.
In a team game tournament.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a lot harder to do than the 1v1 tournament, because in the 1v1 tournament, you have 2 opportunities to go through.
Exactly. You got twice the chances, and it tends to be far more even in terms of player skill.
Exactly.
Whereas the team games, you got to compare 2 or 3 or 4 players against
and the
2, 3 or 4
strategies
players.
and everything else
exactly.
and all of that. So we'll take a look at the brackets. So if you did miss last weekend's games, you can see them on your screen and the results there. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Well, too late. I mean, I said spoilers after I...
Well, they saw the schedule. They already know who won.
True that. Yeah, right. That's true, actually. So, you should have just watched the VODs if you missed them. So I'm assuming most people do watch the VODs. The ECL VODs on Twitch actually get quite a high viewership. So anyone who does miss the stream does seem to catch up one way or the other, either on Twitch or on YouTube.
Exactly.
On the EscapeAoE channel. But you can see Brazucas there. They went past SY to get into the semi-finals. Secret, of course, beating Suomi. And then Heresy beating Frantic. And with those 3 games in a row, it meant that neither SY, Suomi, or Frantic could score any points, because you don't get any points if you don't go through. No,
exactly. Well, that makes sense, right? You have to win at least one matchup to earn anything.
Exactly. And that's so important, because AM, who beat VNA at the bottom of the bracket there, do actually go through, and now they have an opportunity. They have scored points, and they will have an opportunity to score more points. Why is that important? That is important because of this. The standings, and this, of course, has been going on now for quite some time.
Yeah, it's like 8 months.
8 months,
9 months now.
And this is where we're currently at. Secret well ahead with 53 points. Aftermath, Frantic, SY, and Suomi separated by 3 points.
They're cutthroat. They're fighting for everything they can get, and the bottom 3 of those teams, they're not getting anything.
Exactly. Frantic, SY, Suomi will be locked in at the end of this stage or a series with their current points. AM, on the other hand, will start to pull ahead of Frantic.
Right. They're guaranteed at least 3 points for making it to the semi-finals.
And if they make it in the semi-finals past Heresy,
they're going to get 6 for second, or 8 if they manage to win.
Yep. So potentially AM here are going to be either on 36, 39, or 41 points at the end of this event. And Frantic, SY, Suomi are all going to be on 32, 30, and 30 respectively.
So that's a big lead. Like AM, if they manage to win this whole event and they get the full 8 points, they have to lose at least one of the other events and not win any others. And all 3 of these teams need to, get first or second in basically everything else if they want to catch up.
For sure. And the difficulty here, or the reason why this is so important, of course, is because the top 2 teams will be qualified for the Grand LAN final. They will both be flying to a location.
That is not decided yet.
Which we do not know where it will be, because Microsoft haven't decided, and it's their responsibility to organize it. But so Secret and AM at the top right now, and going to stay at the top, guaranteed, confirmed by the end of this stage. Of course, we still have to see how it plays out. BZK going to face Secret first, then we'll have Heresy versus AM. And I'm sure AM here, more than anything, looking for a win. Secret probably don't even care that much at this point. Of course, they care about the prize money, since there's $60,000 in the prize pot. But Secret, at this point, have pretty much guaranteed their spot in the LAN final.
I don't think it's possible for them to not make it anymore. Considering they're guaranteed at least 3 points as well here.
Yep.
I don't see how they could not make it. They'd have to get 0 and everything else, and AM have to win every. Or
AM and Frantic.
AM and SY or Frantic or any of the other two teams have to get first and second for everything.
I don't even think then it would be possible. They'd still only be able to score 30 points, and that would put them. I guess that would put them ahead actually, but.
It's incredibly unlikely.
It's so unlikely to happen. So Secret almost smooth sailing now to the grand final. AM, on the other hand, they're not home and dry yet, but they are going to sort of edge a bit more of a lead over their competitors for second place. The website is currently missing an SSL certificate. We know about this. I'm trying to get it sorted, but the person who's responsible for the website has been away this week, and they will be fixing it as soon as they are available. So yes, the SSL is outdated. We know about that, and it will be fixed as soon as possible if you head over to escape.gg. It is still safe, however. I mean, obviously you don't have to trust us, but there's no private data that's being stored about any user or anything.
No,
so
there's no malicious
there's nothing
downloads
that
or
could
anything
actually
like that.
Nothing bad could come of coming to the website. But yes, we know we need to fix the certificate. We literally just said that, Jam. Come on. Are you listening? Are you paying attention to the stream? Right. So we're going to get into our first game. BZK Secret. Wait a second. Before we do that, let's actually have a look. It's going to be a best of 5. These are the maps in the semifinals. It's Americas, so the maps are obviously a little different to what we've maybe seen before. We are starting on Hamburger. Cenotes will be following, then Yucatan, and then if it's not a 3-0 at that point, we'll have Caribbean and Mesas. It's a bit disappointed Mesas isn't earlier on, to be honest, because it's actually my favourite map of the lot.
Well, we've seen it, I think, 3 out of the 4 series last weekend.
Yeah.
So I think it's an okay to give the other maps a chance.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind. Hamburger's cool, and
it's a bit wacky and strange. It gives some interesting games sometimes.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
It's not too crazy, but it's different. And to answer the question about the grand finals will be played on Wednesday at 10 a.m. GMT. And that will be live streamed here. But let's go into the first game. Hamburger. And I probably need to go get some water after this first game because I've already got a dry mouth. Apparently coffee doesn't do much to make you feel hydrated in the morning. It's not even the morning. It's like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But it feels like the morning.
Well, if you only wake up 2 hours ago like I did, it's still the morning.
Well, I woke up at 9 a.m. this morning, so I've been awake for a while.
Ooh.
And I've only drank 2 cups of coffee, so I'm a bit dry. But, just T-Rexing right now. Let's go into the game. Let's see how this is going to play out. Team Secret against BZK in the semifinals of the 2v2 Americas ECL stage. For both of these teams, this game is more about the prize money than about the standings at the end of the day. Because BZK are a little bit far behind to realistically catch up and actually get to the LAN at this point.
They can't make it.
They can't make it. And Secret have already pretty much confirmed their place at the LAN final and will very likely finish in first, even if they lose the remaining games from here on out. But of course, every win means more prize money. So there is a lot of prize money on the line. And of course, there's the prestige and all that stuff, and just the sheer competitive nature of the game and wanting to win. So
I think at the moment they're all guaranteed about $350 for their team for making it to the semis. I think if they win this game, they go up to $700-ish.
Yeah, that's very nice, isn't it?
It's a nice jump up.
Yeah, it's a big jump up, and I think that especially if you're in Brazil, that's probably going to go quite a long way compared to if you're in Norway. So if anything, Viper needs this win even more because, I mean, $700 in Norway probably buys you a loaf of bread and some milk for the week.
Yeah, probably.
So Viper really needs this, man. Otherwise, he might not make it next time. He might be...
but Viper's won so many already. He's fine, isn't he, anymore?
All right, so Viper then in the yellow here, up to the north of the map, playing as the Japanese. His teammate, Tato, in the red, playing as the Portuguese. We've got a very sort of water orientated build here by the looks of things.
Yep.
Sure. Both players going to be likely docking, likely looking for some water control around the, what did we call it, the wrapper of the Hamburger. here, the blue
wrapper.
The blue wrapper.
Yeah, we're going to see fire galleys, and then they'll make a couple of towers in the middle just to harass this funky-looking wood line that divides the two teams.
This thing, yes. The patty, as we call it. The green, windy patty. It's like the background to the trees are kind of brownish, which is kind of patty-coloured.
It looks like
but
patty.
This patty has been left out on the side for a few weeks, and it's gone a bit mouldy.
or maybe it's like some relish or something that's on it.
Maybe it's relish. I don't know, though. If you look at the mini-map, the patty itself, like this is the side of the patty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit curvy and...
I don't know. I would not rate this hamburger very highly. Regardless, we should probably focus on what's actually happening, and that is Tato killing an unloomed villager of Goku as he's trying to build the dock. What a winner. Ooh. Tato is off to a strong start. And actually, Goku's lost 2 units already.
He's lost a Viltor Boar as well. Wow.
Not good.
Not good at all.
A poor start for BZK, and these are the kind of things that can start to snowball out of control. Maybe Fire could hit the scout. Nope, they're not really communicating enough to coordinate that. But yeah, Tato's going to get away with it. 3 HP. The scout will eventually die, we assume, as he will have to back his way up through here. Yeah, I don't know. He's probably going to die. But regardless, Goku here in the green playing as the Spanish, and then Fire playing as the Japanese. So Japanese for both players, or both teams, rather, in this game.
I'm just wondering, like, Fire, he hasn't walled off that little extra wood line. Has he not seen this?
I'm not sure. I think Goku is going to see it now. And if Goku is a good teammate, he'll say, yo, Fire, come on, man.
Fix this, man.
You're not even walling properly, and I'm calling you my teammate. What is this? Look at Fire's point of view.
Oh, so he should know it's there.
He doesn't necessarily see it, but he's going to go see it now. He's going to go see for himself.
If you can see trees, there's always a crossing. So he should know that that's there.
He's going to go check it out. It's like, Goku, I hear you, man. I'm going to get over there and fix it. Don't worry.
I got your back.
Don't worry, boss. So, yeah, he's going to sort that out. And that's kind of good because usually there is only one choke point. Like you see on the left side here, there's usually a single choke point.
But sometimes there's just this extra one. And
it's
interesting, there's a tree on top of a shorefish.
Yes.
What's up with that?
What's up with that? I don't know what's up with that, but I've never seen that before.
I'm so confused. Does that mean the villagers can chop down the tree
and fish at the same time?
Or do they have to choose one or the other?
I mean, imagine that, right? You just double the efficiency of your village. They carry wood and fish at the same time.
You get 20 reason.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Man, that's actually a cool idea. Maybe we should make some resources that can be dual, villagers can dual wield a pickaxe and a regular axe, a hatchet.
Or you get
or
a farming plow or something and an axe or something.
Yeah, but
plant trees on your farms.
It's only an ability that female villagers can use because, as we all know, women are greater at multitasking.
Oh,
I've been told. Oh. I see no evidence of that, but yeah, right. So. Fire going to be adding, it looks like, his second dock now as he goes up to the feudal age. Viper will be the first up, and he's already transporting villagers out to the edge of the map because he wants to secure that wood line long term. What he doesn't want to happen is tower rushed in the middle and then get pushed off of this wood and then have no wood in the bank to actually...
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
He is Japanese, though, so the half-price lumber camps helps a little bit.
That is nice.
And looking at the uptimes, he's a lot faster than Goku, so he should get the first tower up.
Yeah, and it looks like he isn't building a tower yet, but I imagine he'll probably want to build a tower before his enemy does, regardless.
For sure.
You don't want to be caught with your pants down with the tower war. Looks like Tato and Fire are going to be quite even there. Looks like...
it's almost dead even, to be honest.
Yeah, it's almost going to be... It looks like Fire may be slightly behind, as Tato has more villagers building. But Fire must have built his first. But yeah, they're both going to sort of deny each other. And at this point, you have to make a decision. Do we sit in our tower and just fire arrows at each other all day? Or do I abandon my tower and move my wood line somewhere else?
But, Tato's already on board with this. He's moving around. I think that's probably an outpost, not a tower. Off the left.
Oh, here? Yeah, it is an outpost.
So he's just scouting out, seeing, okay, if they do advance...
Viper! Come on! What is this? This makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
You're faster to feudal, but you don't build the tower first. I mean, there's no... he should have known that he was chopping wood here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he didn't see it through
Well,
the
he
fog.
did Town Watch basically like instantly once he
Yeah,
Doodle Age.
right. He saw it. So it just seems a bit strange that he would let that happen. I guess he's not that bothered because he has or he does have the wood line at the edge of the map. But I don't like this. It's kind of a small wood. It's going to get chopped away very quickly. It's going to become very inefficient.
For sure.
And he's not going to want to put any more villagers on that. So he'll have to build another lumber camp somewhere.
But he doesn't quite have the wood for it yet.
No. So on the water, how's things going? It doesn't look like
There's a little bit of a
either
scuffle
team
going,
is sort of winning anything
yeah,
decisively
no advantages yet.
No.
And Goku is not going for water at all.
It doesn't look like it. He's actually running his ships away, so my bad. Viper's actually winning water there.
I would kill the transport ship.
Yeah, I'd probably do that too. Fire's already moving out to the edge with some vills as well. Also small wood here. But yeah, you see Viper getting on the fish. He might not kill too many because there's 3 fires here from Fire. And I love that Fire's making fire ships. It's just fitting really, isn't it?
It's not just helping out Tato though, because now Fire's brought all of his fire galleys back home. So now Tato has a slight advantage.
Yeah.
He's starting to switch into galleys already.
Well, it looks to me like Goku and Fire aren't playing for a big water strat anyway. I mean, you look at the civs, and it's very clear that Portuguese, Japanese really planning to go for water on both sides. But Spanish, it's not so clear that they're going to go for water. We've already seen a few towers coming up from Goku in the middle, and I'm wondering what the game plan really is, because it doesn't look like he was ever planning on doing water, but now he's just added another dock, so...
Maybe they've decided, okay, now we need to get into water.
It's a bit late though, isn't it? He's already got 500 wood in the bank.
True. But maybe they're thinking, we've won the center wood line, because they seem to have towered most of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they pretty much have won the center wood line. There's a tower here that's sort of on fire, and Viper's got 1 tower, 2 towers here, but they're not really doing too much, I guess. There's a lot of safe wood gathering right here, but yeah, just feeling like at the moment, coming back on the water is going to be kind of tough. We do see a demo raft coming out, but Viper's got some galleys too.
Once you switch into galleys, the demo rafts are no longer that useful.
No, not at all. And I do wonder if Goku and Fire will start feeling the effects of neglecting the water soon. Viper though is continuing to try and trush this wood line, and I don't know if it's that worth it. I guess it probably is, right? Because he does have wood on the edge, so he's not in too much trouble there at all. But if Goku loses this, he is in a bit of trouble because this is his only wood line at the moment.
I think it's mostly just to be like a bit of a harassment. He's not trying to win the wood line. It's just annoy your opponents, deny it from them.
Force them to build more towers than you have to build.
And then they have to spend all their stone on towers. They have to have villagers gathering stone instead of
idle them.
Yeah, going idle like this.
Yeah, it's kind of messy actually. And Goku can't really gather wood comfortably because the tower can constantly peck away at his villagers.
Or he has to idle them in the towers while he kills the tower. It's not good.
He's losing a dock as well now. He's going to squeeze out that fire galley just before the dock goes down. But it's going to take damage very quickly as well. Oh, Viper's fire galley was very low there. But it seems to me like Team Secret are winning the water at the moment. There's certainly not as many boats on the water from the BZK team at the moment.
But I just noticed Viper's building a military building on the outside. He's switching into
a stable.
And he's up to castle. Okay,
yeah.
So clearly we're going to see some knights coming out from him.
Hashtag clearly.
Clearly.
It's the only strat worth playing. Yeah, this is strong. I mean, obviously, he's not going to find anything from Goku because Goku doesn't have anything on the edge. So, that's one way to avoid that damage, right? But he's doing a market now. I think Goku's looking for a castle age as well, and probably a castle drop. So what I'd like to see Goku do is a castle drop like around here somewhere, kill the palisade, and then go in with conks and raid. And sort of try and take the middle. I think that's the game plan.
Alternatively, he could just maybe sneak a transport ship somewhere, like maybe through the little crossing.
Well, that's true as well.
Drop over to the other side and then make a castle next to like Viper's TC.
Yes, I mean you do have to have water control to do that, but they've not exactly lost it completely yet.
And it's possible that if Viper's not paying attention, you could sneak a transport ship in the little edges next to the paddy.
Oh, what, here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like right in here.
Well, I guess if that galley wasn't there, that kind of denies that.
Galley is kind of a
yeah, that's a good deterrent.
Right, it's pretty good from Viper, though. He might even kill a villager if Goku's not paying proper attention, but he is. So, yeah, I think like it's probably possible to drop out onto the middle as well, but We'll see. I mean, I think trying to build a castle on the edge might be a bit risky, but what is also a little risky is leaving your fishing ships undefended. I'm surprised Viper's doing this. He's just, I don't know if he just sort of thought, hey, I've won water, like my opponent's not doing anything, but he didn't continue to push through and actually confirm that, and actually he's now starting to pay the price a little bit, as he will actually be losing the water to Goku, who initially didn't make any water at all. You'd think that would be an easy win for Viper there.
And Viper's just not really doing much this castle. Like, he's researching War Galley now, but that's really all that he's doing at this point.
And knight. One knight.
One knight?
I mean, knight.
Yeah, and how many upgrades does that knight have?
It had one upgrade.
It's got
two
bloodlines
upgrades.
and plus armor. Like, they're both feudal age upgrades. Like, it's not incredibly overpowering, this castle age from Viper here.
He's not done that much yet. Maybe he's adding TCs though. Yeah, he's adding a second TC. Playing it safe by the looks of things. And Tato as well. Sort of has a lot of wood choppers back here. I imagine we'll see some TCs from him as soon as he hits castle. And he's walled off the right side as well. So they're really safe there. And Viper's safe on the left side. So they've really got this top portion of the map locked down. But there's the castle from Goku. It is coming up on the edge.
It's kind of near the water, so it sort of harasses any boats that come past.
Yeah,
so
protects his fish. Which is nice.
Helps secure the water a little bit.
There's not much fish left, though. It protects these fish, which have a total of 60 food in them. Congratulations, Goku. No, I think it's more to protect whatever he builds out here. He could build up. And then also he could try and raid with conks. But I actually would have preferred to see a castle in the middle and trying to maybe raid this land. I think most players, most teams, leave their economy really undefended here. Like, every time I've seen Hamburger, it's been the same every single time. Like, this eco... and this eco, it's so undefended. And probably over 50% of every player's economy is on the actual Hamburger right now, because they've not quite built up enough at the edge yet.
At the moment, yeah, that's true. But question, what's Fire doing? He's still feudal age.
What is Fire doing?
Is he slinging, or is he just really slow up castle age?
It could be Sling, actually, because he is kind of low on resources right now.
And he does have a market.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be losing the water, that's for sure, because he can't fight feudal age fires against War Galley.
There's the AoE Sling coming in.
Oh yes, AoE Sling coming in hot. And Goku is going to be on the receiving end of that, so Conquistadors will be coming out. He should be able to deal with the Knights, and he should be able to boom up at the same time with those additional resources. But at the moment, it's not really what you want from a Sling, is it? You don't want the slinged player to have to be running back to try and defend his teammates.
No, you want to be aggressive. You want to be harassing the enemy, killing their villagers, preventing them from booming as well as you're booming.
Exactly. And at the moment, that is not how it's going, because Goku's sending the Conquistadors back. He's chasing down these two Knights rather than getting aggressive onto the Viper on the other side of the map. Now, he will kill these Knights. There's no question about that. That's all well and good, but the aggression's in the wrong place. If you're slinging, you need to really be the aggressors.
For sure. And like, we can already see that Tano and Viper, they're just getting ahead on villager count.
Should we look at the villager graph?
We should.
There you go. A little bit of a pull away from Viper's team, Team Secret, after the Castle Age comes in and the villager production starts coming in as well.
Tato has a dock on his little thing next to the paddy. And look at this. Look, go back to the left there.
Oh!
Look at those
okay, then. He's actually harassing the gold. Wow, Tato.
That's
what a player. He's so good. Man, I just can't wait to see some cannon galleons in that pond later.
Oh, yeah.
It's like watching New England all over again. If you're an AoE 3 fan, you'll know what we're talking about. If not, then
we're a bit of idiots, right?
Yeah, too bad. You're missing out. Right. Yeah, so left side now, finally Goku's going to start pushing against the Viper, but he is on the way up to the Imperial Age. That Sling does usually result in a much faster imp time, and of course he's already built a castle as soon as he reached Castle Age, so Imperial Age is on the way. What he is going to find, though, is Viper's walled up, and he'll need to build a trebuchet and push this down quickly. Time is of the essence here.
Well,
they're very much like committed and all in on this strategy.
Well, the thing is, though, Viper can't really do anything to stop this at this point. Oh, convert the transport ship.
Convert the boat?
Oh, get the transport ship.
Oh, God, he's going to convert. Oh, no. Delete the boat, Viper.
No, you don't delete it.
Wait, what?
Because that wastes 5 population space.
Of course.
Right, so you just hide this transport ship in the back.
Do you know what? I've never seen this in a competitive game before. That's so cool. So basically, Goku's Chukonu, Conquistador, are a hostage now.
Yeah. They can't do anything at all for the rest of the game.
No,
It's just 5
that's it.
wasted population space.
So now Goku's max population is 195. Too bad.
And whenever we look at the military graph, we have to -5 from Goku.
You know what though? I still think you should delete it. Just because I want to see those 5 conquistadors drown. I'm a bit evil, I know, but
yeah,
that's kind of awesome. I love that, and my goodness, I feel like Goku made a massive mistake. But why did he go into the transport ship? And wow, it's GG. Like they're calling it because Tato's dropping a castle right here on Fire's face.
Oh no, but Fire's saying that they're changing their mind.
Hold on a minute.
No.
You can't do that. Fire, you can't call GG and they say, oh, hang on a minute. We're just going to try a little bit more.
My teammate doesn't think it's over.
No, I think it's over, but my teammate wants to play on, so
wow.
We'll continue here.
That's just poor communication, right?
I don't know what's going on, man.
When you think you're GG, you say, hey, I think it's GG, and then your teammate says, nah, it's not GG.
No, don't call it yet. I can do damage.
Right?
Yeah, right.
You don't just call it and then tell your teammate, oh, I think it's GG.
GG. Wait, what, you called it? Yeah, I'm out. But, dude, I was winning my side. That's kind of what happens in my games. I was playing a 3v3 the other day, and one of our guys got tripled. Like, all 3 of our opponents went on one of our teammates.
Okay.
And he was down to, like, 15 pop. It was Fire Nation, by the way.
Oh,
and he was like, oh, guys, I'm being tripled. This sucks. I'm so dead right now. We're like, don't worry. Just hang on, because I'm about to go imp on flank and just crush my guy. And I did. And we won the game. And it's just, like, whenever you're dead, you're not quite dead until you're really dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, you always got to consider, how dead are you compared to how dead are your opponents,
how dead are they,
how far ahead are your teammates and stuff like that.
I mean, to be honest, it's pretty GG right now.
Yeah, this is not looking good at all. But we've got Rams, we've got some organ guns coming out, we've got the good old meme units coming here for Tato.
Yeah, the problem is, like, the slinger player, Fire, usually you want to be walled up, you want to be safe. You don't want to lose your eco. But it looks like Goku will respond with the castle. Maybe he'll send some, conquistadors over to deal with that. And at the same time, he is taking down Viper's castle over here.
The problem is that now he has to invest resources in the middle, and he wants to be just pushing hard on the outside. So now he has to, do both, which means he's going to do them both
a little bit less effectively.
Yeah, less effectively,
yeah,
exactly.
That's true. But, I mean, if he can just save Fire and keep the sling going, then he'll be okay. I mean, these Orion guns are quite good, actually, at sort of doing a lot of building damage and just...
Because they outrange the TC, and the Rams there to tank as well.
Are you sure they outrange the TC? Yeah, they
7
do,
range.
but that one's... Yeah, that one's
okay, he can
actually
repair it.
Oh,
It's fine.
Easy clap. Look at that. TC can't even kill an Orion gun. Oh, man, it's good that Viper's given Tato the responsibility here with this unit. But it's actually going to be a trap coming out from Goku to take down the castle. I mean, that makes sense. But Viper and Tato are both now in the Imperial Age. One castle is down for Viper, though, and the second one will be chipped away at very soon. If that goes down, Viper will have to rely on his Arbalest to defend.
But he's using his castles just as they're supposed to be. It's just stalling tactics. You have the castles there. He's also got masonry on them, so they got more HP. And it just slows down the piece of the push. That's allows him to mass Arbalest and monks.
Here we go. Is he going to get a conversion? He's got one.
1 from 3 monks. That's really good.
That's meh.
Yeah, very meh.
But, yeah. Viper here, though, I mean, he's not going to have that many Arbalest here. If he loses his castle quickly, Goku could very quickly overwhelm him. Especially if he starts to tread down the ranges, because this many Arbalest will die against this many elite conks. They are fully upgraded now.
6 pierce armor.
It's pretty huge. Viper's got only doing 3 damage per arrow. He's got to hit these conquistadors 30 times to kill them. He doesn't quite have 30. He's quite a long way away from having 30 Arbalest. So.
Don't worry, guys. We've got the watchtowers.
This could actually start to snowball for Goku. Fire is still alive. Confirmed.
No, he's
not. It's not confirmed.
No,
Fake news.
We missed that.
There are 4 organ guns
just roaming around,
causing Fire to run his whole economy away. But he's still got 65 villagers. If he can get them back to work, this won't be too bad.
Does he actually have a TC at the moment, though?
No, I don't think he does. Oh, wait, he rebuilt it.
He rebuilt it. Okay,
I lied. Also fake. Right. But yeah, I think Goku needs to start taking out these buildings, taking out these towers, and then he can get his conks in there and start doing damage. The longer Viper stores for, he's already tripled his Arbalest numbers since we last checked. He needs to start taking those Arbalests down. And to do that, he's going to need more stuff. He's going into Cavalier, though, and that will absolutely overwhelm Viper here. You know, this would be a great comeback. If Goku and Fire win this after Fire called GG, like,
that would be amazing.
That's literally a comeback from the dead, isn't it? But it's looking dicey. Obviously, Galleon now coming in for Tato, allowing him to range more stuff from the ring of water. And also these organ guns continuing to be a pain in the backside. Is this castle going up? I think it might not. It's close. I mean, these Spanish builders are fast, but they're also dying extremely quickly.
Oh, God. All the builds are coming in.
No, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. And he can garrison inside there and kill off some organ guns.
No more holes.
They die very quickly.
Easy game.
Very quickly. And oh, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa,
wow.
whoa, whoa. Okay.
We missed that, but it looks like those Arbalests just
too many Arbalests
killed everything there.
They've got chemistry as well, so they do 4 damage per shot now. But that's just too bad, isn't it?
It looked like Goku went in with not enough Cavaliers. Because I can only see like 5 or 6, 7 Cavalier bodies.
Should have just... I think he should have gone in earlier. When Viper only had 5 Arbalest,
yeah.
like, he would have just killed them and prevented them massing up.
He doesn't even have plate barding armor. So his Cavaliers are missing next. Oh,
that's no good.
That's nasty.
That's no good. Now they're getting one shot. Viper stalling long enough to push this back, and I mean now it is well and truly over, isn't it? But still holding out hope. BZK going to try and take down this wall piece and go through with Conks once again.
Tato's on board.
Tato Arbs right there.
He's prepared.
And it's just tough. It's tough. It's a messy game. It's a really, really tough game to control because there's so much going on all over the place. It's absolute chaos. But we'll see what happens here. I mean, maybe if Goku can start raiding and killing this eco in the middle.
But Tato's got so many. Oh no, Fire's calling GG again.
Yeah, now this time it's the real GG. All right, there you go. BZK going to tap out with the first game. It was a nice try. You can see why Goku didn't want to give up. I think if he'd have waited for plate barding armor or maybe committed to the attack a little bit earlier and killed off some more of these ranges and just prevented Viper from massing so many arbs, I think they would have been in a position to actually maybe even kill the Viper on the outside. But Viper just held on. Goku took a bad fight. And at the same time, I think maybe a little bit distracted trying to get this castle up. The organ guns on the edge of the map from Tato displacing pretty much the entirety of Fire's sort of outside ring economy. And in the end, we do see Tato and the Viper sort of cruising to victory there with a well-executed game plan and a good overall first game. Now, obviously, we saw very different strats from both of these teams. The sort of sling strat coming in from BZK didn't really pay off. Very nearly did, actually. I think if Goku didn't have to build this castle to defend his teammate, right, I think he would have won.
Because he would have had one extra castle, a forward castle to help push in, give extra arrow glide, help defend his army.
Yeah.
Extra. He wouldn't have had to make 10, 15 conks in the middle, those 2 trebs, more army on the outside.
Yeah, and Fire wouldn't have been displaced, so Fire would have been able to sling more resources. Exactly. So, it's just, it's Tato playing and reacting very well to the sling. Normally when you're slinging, you really want to be defended and, walled up. As soon as the slinging player gets breached, it's essentially they're out of the game, and it's like 1v2.
Well, yeah, because they lose half their economy basically instantly, either hiding in their TC or running away or doing something else to defend themselves.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Secret. Get the first point up on the board. We'll take a quick look at the achievements here. I don't think there's too much to particularly look at. Obviously, Goku not really killing as much as you would have liked there, losing quite a lot of units overall. And the sling, 8,200 resources sent to Goku.
Honestly,
which just wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's not really a lot for a 40-minute game.
No, well, that was 40 minutes. Jeez, that went fast. Oh, there you have it.
And then you see, Fire's timeline is just such a thin wedge at the end.
Yeah, only one significant battle that game. I imagine that was when Viper killed all of the Cavalier and
Cavaliers
stuff
and the
right at the end. Yeah. Right, well, there you go. First game. Over and out. Secret take the first point. Cenotes, or Cenotes.
Cenote.
Cenote, as someone actually told us how to pronounce it properly this time.
Yeah, because it is a Spanishy, Mexican, Mayan word, something like that. I don't know exactly where it comes from, but it's not an S. It's like an A sound.
Cenote.
Something like that, yeah.
It's okay. I get it. Cenote. That's my best Aztec voice.
Okay.
Cenote.
You should apply to do the audio for AoE 2D.
Do you know what?
Yeah?
I will.
Yeah.
I won't apply. I will do it
you'll
and
just
release
do
it
it.
as a mod.
Oh.
The Zero Empires Everything Sound mod. I will recreate
every single
sound
in
Age of Empires 2. You know, if a farm runs out, I'll record it, and I'll get a little pot with some rice in it, and I'll go right. I will make all the sounds. I will go to the local farm, and I will record
the
cows mooing.
No, you got to do
barring.
your own cow sound. You got to do your own moo.
That could be more fun, actually.
Yeah.
Tell us in the chat, what would you rather see? Would you rather see...
No, would you rather hear? Sorry.
Hear, yes. What would you rather hear? Would you rather hear me doing all of the Age of Empires sounds with my mouth and releasing it as a mod? Or going out and recording the sounds in
the real
nature?
World?
I think doing it with my mouth could be more fun.
I think that is far more fun.
Yeah, I think so too. I want to do it for AoE 3 as well. Like, we were talking about this recently. We were talking about releasing an Age of Empires 3 mod, and we'd all record ourselves going pew pew for the muskets.
Yeah, or like bang for the cannons and stuff like that.
All sounds with your mouth, of course. All right, that sounds great. I'm going to do that. I'll have to like sit down one day and just record all the sounds.
There's something like 300 sounds, right?
No problem.
Big day.
I'm an expert. I can just do it off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
All right, let's go. Record your voice in nature. Why? We'll do it outside. Why not? So let's go to game number 2 here. Obviously, Cenote will be up next. Zach would be a good narrator for a campaign. Game needs more campaigns. Do you know what I want to do? I mean, I just don't have the time for all these ideas. I want to make a cooperative campaign. Why does the game not have cooperative campaigns?
What, where two people have to share control of one person?
No. 2 people are actually in the campaign as different players, but they're working together to win the campaign.
So, like, just a normal scenario.
No, because it's a campaign. Yeah, it's a story.
I'm sure
there's rhyme and reason to it.
I'm sure there is something like that.
That would be
on
cool.
The Blacksmith.
No, there probably is, but it's not voice acted by me, is it?
So right. So this will
make
it
problem.
Better, clearly. Yeah. My bad.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2: BZK versus Team Secret, and we have Secret leading 1-0 as we go into Cenote, as we've been told that this map is pronounced, or how this map is pronounced. To the south of the map, Team Secret spawning in the yellow and the red. That's Tato in the red there, playing as the Indians. His teammate, the Viper, in the yellow, playing as the Mayans. Boy, oh boy, we've seen the Mayans on the Viper so many times. I don't know if it's his favorite civ, but he does play this.
Well, it's one of the best civs in the game.
Yeah.
And he is... one
of
the best players in the game.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It all just sort of makes sense, right? It just goes together.
I mean, it reminds me, seeing Viper on Mayans brings me back to like 2005, before the Wallow Kingdoms comes out, like when everyone's playing like Ghost Lake and Viper's just winning every game on with Mayans.
I don't think Viper was playing in 2005.
Why am I saying 2005? 2015. That's what I mean.
Okay, that makes more sense.
You know what I mean. 2013, 14, 15, those years. Not 2005. God, it's been that long already. It's scary. I was kind of awake last night, and I was struggling to sleep because I was scared about how old I am now.
How old are you?
No, I'm not telling you.
Oh.
Going up to the north of the map in the green, playing as the Indians, and then his teammate Fire playing in the blue as the Mayans. So both teams, similar ideas here, both taking civs which match Indians and Mayans for both, and on opposite sides as well. So it will be Mayans versus Indians on the right side and Indians versus Mayans on the left side. Real quick though, thank you to Alex the Cat for the gift sub to Deer Hunter. That's his 53rd gift sub, I think, in the channel. That's insane. Thank you, Alex.
That is quite a few.
Right. Tell us about this map, Harobo. Tell us
It's
more.
basically very similar to Arabia. Your wood lines are a little bit smaller than normal, and there's just these sort of random ponds that appear all over the place. But otherwise, it's very much Arabia-like.
Yeah, which is what we like. Arabia, bread and butter of Age of Empires, as
Everyone's
I call it.
used to it. Everyone knows how it plays.
Yeah, just want to highlight here, Fire coming in, denying the house walling of Tato, forcing him to get housed, forces Tato to go for Loom a bit earlier than he would like. Tato now behind a villager compared to everyone else, and that will equalize later on, but being down a vill kind of sucks, but at least he didn't lose a vill. He could at least keep that villager safe. So good stuff from Fire there. And I don't believe we've seen any boar stealing.
No.
Or laming.
No.
It looks like everyone's got all their resources, so that's fine.
I think the big question with this matchup is, what is the Indian player actually going to do? Right, because making camels against crossbows and plumed archers and eagles...
it's not so good, is it?
It's not particularly great. So is it maybe going to be like a wall up and sling?
Sling the mines. Where have I heard that before?
It could be. I think that's a pretty good strategy. I've heard rumors to that effect.
Yeah, maybe. It's interesting. I don't know if that... I mean, it feels like a waste of the Indians, though, to use them just to sling the mines, because I think on their own they're a formidable civ as well.
But they've got a really strong economy, and strong eco-civs tend to be the best slingers.
Well, that's true, too. But I also think they're very strong militarily. They're just not particularly strong in this matchup. So I think slinging the mines is probably a high likelihood, or like a high possibility. But I'd kind of be a little bit disappointed if that was what happened, to be honest.
I guess they could always just go for camels anyway, or maybe their own crossbows and cav archers? Skirmishes?
Cav archers could be good. It's not completely uncommon to see the cav archer from Indians, but it is just a little bit weird to see two players both going for ranged units. Usually it's like knight and archer.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
That's the combo.
You really don't want to be making camels when you know your opponent's going to be making tons of archers, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not ideal.
It's not ideal, to say the least.
Yeah.
There's a guy on my YouTube channel who comments that under every single video, because that's like apparently my catchphrase.
It's not ideal?
It's not ideal, to say the least. Like, I don't know. Old me. But yeah, Viper and Tato both taking a lot of time to wall up here, investing a lot into those palisade walls, not just resources, but villager seconds. And
so we could be seeing a sling. Has Tato got a barracks yet?
9.
No, and he's nearly feudal age, so I guess slinging could be on the cards.
It's absolutely on the cards.
I like
hey, that was very cool. Tato now going to get the hill, try and get the hill, but yeah, Fire's just hit feudal.
Just about to.
Tato, sorry, just about to, and he'll be up. Oh, yeah, I was getting him confused with Goku. My bad. Goku was actually up first. Goku had the fastest feudal of the lot, and he is throwing down a stable. So we're going to see scouts from Goku here, which is very typical in a 2v2 for the Indians. But Tato does look like a slinger in this game.
Well, he's got no barracks, but he also doesn't have a market yet that I can see. So I'm incredibly confused with what's happening here.
Well, maybe he just doesn't have the wood for a market because he built all the walls. Oh, now he's building a barracks. Okay.
It's a very late scout rush, I guess.
I honestly don't know what this is.
Because he's not on gold, so he's not doing archers.
But he's not like he's in a hurry to build the barracks, is he? He's only using one villager. I don't know if any of you guys were watching the stream yesterday. We did a show match between Lan and Vilessa, and one of the players was late to feudal and had three villagers building a barracks because they needed to get the barracks up quickly. Like, Tato is in no rush, and okay, he's doing a stable.
Right, but we see Goku's already got 4 military, so he's made 2 scouts and a spearman probably.
It's definitely something like that. I mean, I don't see a spearman yet, but
maybe he's made 3
maybe
scouts.
He's already
right?
made 3 scouts. Yeah.
So far ahead on the scout numbers. And Fire was also really late up to feudal, so he's probably going to be behind on the archer count compared to Fire. It feels really strange. Like, what's actually happening here?
I mean, both Mayan players are on 2 ranges, which is pretty typical. Both Indian players have a stable now, but Tato's not even trained a single scout yet. But, he's trying to wall himself in. Maybe he's making spearmen to defend the backside. It doesn't look like he's even doing that at the moment. He's just
3
villagers to wall over. But it's interesting because both Viper and Tato have these humongous walls, but they are completely closed. That's an incredibly large wall from Viper, isn't it?
Yeah, like, there's no way he can defend that. Like,
if he gets attacked over here, like, how long is it going to take for a villager to get over there and defend it?
Right, and if, say, Fire and Goku come over at the same time with the archers preventing the re-wall, there's nothing else he can do. Like, there's no easy, quick wall he can do behind it because it's just so open over such a large area.
And I'm just really wondering why. Like, why leave it this late? Why is this the play? They're not ahead economically at all from doing this. But they are at least walled up and safe for now. It's just a question of how long they'll stay walled up and safe for. You can see there, 4 scouts against 2.
Or 1 and a bit, kind of.
That one doesn't really count. Yeah. 6 HP. But yes, Fire now coming up, linking up with Goku here. They're going to go for an attack on Tato's wall. And I think they know that he has got a stable. Yeah, so they know that he's making scouts, but they're seeing how passively he's playing. And since the archers are being made by Fire here, they're going to send them over to Tato so they don't have to walk as far. But Tato, with a quick gate, will actually prevent them from getting straight in, making it a little bit awkward for them. More gates to come.
Yep.
He's learnt from the best. Slam has taught him well.
The thing, like, they could get in here, because normally an archer can't range the villagers building the gate, because it's 5 tiles.
Yeah.
And once they kill 1 palisade, they can walk into that gap and get in. But now they've just walked away from that space, where they could have gone in, and now they're sort of, like, trapped.
They're looking for another angle, but this one's not going to work.
This one's even worse.
2 palisades there will block that off. This wall potentially could be good because it's a diagonal wall, so you can't do a diagonal gate because it doesn't work.
Okay, that's true. But the problem is now they're sort of trapped behind
Enemy
Tato
lines.
and Viper.
They're
And now
in
their
too
army's
deep.
going to come back.
And they're trying to keep their armies alive instead of going under. Yeah, Tato's actually going to have the scout advantage
Goku
here.
doesn't have bloodlines either.
No, Tato's ahead on that upgrade. So this is really
Oh, but we see why.
a missed opportunity for Fire and Goku to do damage, but Castle Age is coming in, and that's why he doesn't have bloodlines.
Or many scouts.
Well, yeah,
Maybe they decide, okay, they've walled up so much, they're probably going to go for a fast castle. I'm just going to make a couple of scouts and then go up quickly myself.
let's wall up as well. You know, we got like a sort of team wall here. It's
Well,
going to be open because of this pond, but once he walls up to here, he can actually close it off completely.
Well, it's not even open across the middle because
No,
the
it's
shallows
not.
don't connect. So we just need to wall to the pond
If
at
the
any
shallows
point.
connected, it would be
That'd be a problem.
awkward. But yeah, if he walls up there, he should be good. Tato and Viper, they look like they will clean up those archers from Fire.
Ooh.
Fire's probably okay with this.
He shouldn't be, though, because look at Viper's military count compared to Fire. Right, he's now 6, soon to be 8 archers ahead, and that's not going to go away until Viper loses 8 archers of his own. Assuming they both keep constant production, he's always going to be 8 archers ahead now.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, look how quick Goku is to get to the Castle Age here. Like, I think Fire's... I don't know. I feel like, yeah, okay, it's not good to lose your army like that, but with Goku going up so much sooner, they could turn this around quite quickly and quite easily reclaim those military losses. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's obviously quite a big military difference now between the 2 Mayan players.
And Viper's doubling down at the 3rd archery range.
Is Fire doing the same? They're both up to castle at relatively similar timing here. But I don't see a 3rd range. It looks like Fire's just going to go for the extra TCs.
Yeah, the standard play. And
Viper
Viper's on stone?
3 vills, they.
That's weird, though. Like, why would you go on stone, presumably to make plumes, and get the 3rd range? Wouldn't you normally do one or the other? TCs and crossbows or plumes?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he's only got 3 vills on... Well, he's actually sent another one over, so 4 vills on the stone. So that castle's not going to be coming up immediately, I think, as soon as he reaches the Castle Age. It'll be a few minutes late. So he might add a 2nd and 3rd TC first, and then do the castle a bit later on.
Maybe. Oh, but chat is saying obsidian arrows.
Ah, well...
Could be. So maybe he's going to
seen that one before.
mass up a ton of crossbows and then get obsidian arrows a little bit slower.
Meme arrows. I love it. Yeah, that could be the case. It could be the case. I mean, it doesn't look like the... Okay, he's added more villagers onto stone. I was going to say, it doesn't look like the castle's in a rush, but... Yeah, he'll get that. And meanwhile, Viper is staying at home while Fire is pushing out. His Castle Age is in, of course. Crossbow Bodkin on the way. And we've got camels coming over from Goku. So they're going to be, once again, doubling Tato. And oh no, that's going to get denied. Yeah,
I like Goku's scouts, though, attacking the palisade wall. It does nothing.
Hey, I like that too. He's going to even bring the camels in.
Oh, yeah.
Got to take that wall down. That bundle of sticks right there. Oh, man. He's struggling to re-wall behind this as well. The range on those crossbows, just too much. And these guys could go in. Might be risky to go in, but at the moment, those scouts from Tato basically can't do anything. Obviously, the camels would clean them up very quickly, as would the crossbow. And look at that. Tata's got like this random spy in Goku's
Keeping an eye
woodline.
on seeing what's happening. But we see Viper, he's got ballistics and his army's walking through Tato's base here to back him up.
He's got so many archers, isn't he? He's got a university as well. And he's
dropping
going to be making the castle. Where's it going, though?
On his front somewhere to defend?
Oh, it's there. Yeah, okay. I didn't see it for a minute there. But these guys have got a nice hill to work with, at least. Fire and Goku, of course, do have a small hill here. But Viper even getting +2 defense on his crossbow now. This is going to be a really bad fight for Goku and Fire, even with the hill, just because they're so outnumbered, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be very much come down to how many kills Fire can get while microing slowly back up the hill. But it seems like no one really wants to take the fight right now.
Not yet. Maybe. Oh, they're coming around the side. They want to see if they can get up the hill, perhaps, and try and neutralize that hill advantage.
Well, maybe they just go around them and just say, "Your army's here. Well, we'll just go back to your base."
We'll go up here. How about that? This hill's even bigger than this one, so deal with it. But no, they're just sort of sitting in the valley at the moment, and Viper, no obsidian arrows yet, because, well, his castle's not built. And to be honest, obsidian arrows isn't going to be that useful to him right here, because they don't have any effect at dealing with other units. So, yeah, it's got a lot more military, though. He's going to bring some more crossbows over the map now.
Thumb ring coming in. And they're just ignoring their army. They're just going to go, I guess, kill the Rangers?
Well, if they go straight down the middle, they're going to force Goku and Fire to come to them. It's going to be almost like a little bit of a base race situation.
But if you have a base race and one team has obsidian arrows and the other one doesn't, you're not possibly going to race them.
Precisely, right? It's not really a race that you can win. But here we go. They are going to go for the Rangers. Remember, of course, the Indians get bonus attack versus buildings on their camels. That archery range going down incredibly quickly. And there it is, obsidian arrows.
They don't even have obsidian arrows yet.
I know. It's going down so quickly. Right, you saw how quickly that one went down. Wait till you see this one. But then again, Fire is into Tato's economy as well, killing off villagers there. Tato's gold is actually completely denied. He has got a gold in the back for now, fortunately. But yeah, obsidian arrows is now done. And we're going to see how quickly these buildings go down. I guess with even more crossbows coming in, the answer will be faster.
I guess at the moment, Fire doesn't even have a single archery range.
No, he doesn't. He just lost both ranges.
So he's got no military production at all, except for some mangonels.
Mangonels. But yeah, Viper and Tato here, so much building damage. Watch, if he goes for this range, I want to see Viper.
Maybe he just kills the TC with the crossbows.
Oh my God,
just walk under the TC and sit there.
He's actually going to do it. The madman.
He's doing like 150 damage on volley.
Look at the TC go. Oh my goodness. It dies. It just dies.
Who needs siege weapons when you've got obsidian arrows?
Goku coming in from the back, and, you know, camels against crossbows isn't the hottest thing you've ever seen. And, oh no. Viper.
Oh boy.
He's going to go for TC number 2, maybe. Right. Although he just has got to be careful. He doesn't want to get caught out here, but he's got thumb ring. He's got +2 defense.
He's got double the number of crossbows.
Oh, and Mangonel. Oh, that was very
Tato's on the ball. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, he gets another Mangonel shot, but again, it went straight over the top, and down it goes. Goku and Fire getting absolutely cleaned up here by the looks of things. Although, actually, Goku has more reinforcing camels coming through, which is very good. So does Viper just has too many crossbows here.
He still has 50 crossbows. That's more than both of Fire and Goku
denying that range just by standing on it. He doesn't even know. And what are the camels going to do here, really? They're not knights. They will die quite quickly to these crossbow. And I want to take a quick look at the military graph right now. Look at that.
Oh, man.
+45 military units. And those obsidian arrows are...
Fire has 0 military and 0 military buildings.
Yeah, why at this point? He's got to build further back, right? Like with the ranges. But he doesn't have the wood for ranges necessarily either.
Okay, it's trying to rush up a castle. Can they see that? Because they could deny that so easily.
They what? Deny the castle?
Yeah, with those crossbows. Oh.
They don't see it.
Those crossbows could have just sat there and denied it, and then that would have been GG.
That's true. Or they could just go and kill another TC in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God, I feel like obsidian arrows is actually so ridiculous. Why do we not see it more often? It's actually nuts.
It's so good.
I mean, like, it's like, what, 20 crossbows? Just, yeah, no problem. Take down the TC, easy. Oh boy. What a mess. What an absolute mess. And there's more where that came from as well.
Killing all the houses.
He'll be there a while before he gets anything housed. Look at that. Look at that. It's disgusting. I can't remember how much bonus damage it gives, but if you're on a hill, it gives you even more.
I think it's like +3.
Yeah, it's huge. It's actually nuts.
Like, and I saw someone in chat saying, you know, why didn't Fire and Goku just base trade and just kill Tato? Well, the problem with that is, like, you lose your Mayan player and you kill their Indian player. It's not really a fair trade because the longer the game goes, Fire is just going to destroy Goku because he has, you know, 70 crossbows against, you know, however many camels Goku has.
Yeah. And also, if they did just go for Tato's base, they wouldn't have had a faster way to take down the buildings, right? Like, they don't have obsidian arrows themselves. So if you're in a base race situation and your opponents are killing your base faster than you're killing theirs, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, you sort of have to come back because otherwise you're just going to lose everything.
You lose everything and you don't kill everything, right? So it's kind of a difficult situation, but this is just ridiculous. I mean, Viper has so many military units now, 78 units. They're just going around focusing on all of those military production buildings. I bet Viper has more raisings than anyone else in the game.
Yeah, I don't
with archers.
I don't think that's even like a question at this point.
It doesn't even make sense. Fire, though, does manage to get onto some plumed archers, and you know, this is maybe an opportunity here to start pulling it back a little bit, like killing off some crossbows.
Like, look at Fire.
There's so many.
Fire has 8 plumed archers, and the Viper has 80 crossbows.
Military graph right there, by the way. Plus 75 military units for Team Secret.
Yeah, it's really not a fair fight at all anymore.
They can kill stables faster than they can build them. Look at this. Look at this.
But they like 2-shot it. 3-shot, sorry, my bad.
Very close. Actually nuts. It's actually nuts. And, I mean, couple that with the Indians bonus as well. It's crazy. Look how quickly this is going down.
Alright, that number of crossbows are dealing like 300 damage to a range at a time.
Yep. Is Viper still on 1 TC? He is. This is a 1 TC aggression. Tato's on 2 TCs. Goku, a lot more, I think. He's on 1, 2...
He's got a lot of ills. He's got more than double
TCs,
what Viper has.
But it's almost a bit too much eco because he doesn't have enough military now.
Yeah,
and even if
he doesn't have any military buildings. He can't make military at this point.
Yeah, right? Like, how do you deal with 96 crossbow right now?
Oh boy, and Viper just selling a ton of resources and going up to him.
It's just filthy. This is absolutely filthy. Splitting them into 2 groups of like 40 crossbows each. This is so over. Next TC going down. It's one after the other. They're
Goku's up
like
to Imp
flies.
as well, but what's he going to do once he hits
No,
him?
he's not. He's going to lose his Imperial upgrade because they'll kill this TC before it completes.
No, no, they're not.
Well, they would do it, but Goku and Fire decided to call GG instead, which is, to be honest, is probably the right call when Viper's got 102 crossbow in your base with the ability to tear down any building in a matter of seconds. Oh my goodness. Obsidian arrows, absolutely crazy strong if you're allowed to get away with it. And Viper being up to 5 ranges there was just producing so many crossbows and just killing absolutely everything. They do look really, really OP when you look at it like that. It's crazy. Let's take a quick look, though, at the endgame stats and see the buildings raised. 16 buildings raised. It's not like a crazy high number, but if you consider that that's 16 town centers and production buildings.
And a couple of houses.
Yeah, like maybe 5 houses. So I think he killed 4 TCs with the crossbows, and he killed about 4 or 5 military production buildings. That's enough to absolutely cripple your opponent.
2 TCs from each player, 2 ranges from Fire, about 4 or 5 stables from Goku, and the rest is, just random houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's crazy. Just wanted to... never mind. It's fine. Yeah, no, I was just thinking here, like, with the Indians, the team bonus as well. Archers, +5 attack versus buildings.
Camel archers.
Mamelukes and camel archers. My bad.
The Saracens have the team bonus for archers.
Yes,
attack.
okay. Because I was thinking if they went for the Indians to try and like stack the bonuses, obviously the camels get +6 attack versus buildings, which is pretty huge as well.
That's really huge.
So the camels, but then yeah, obviously the archers for Viper weren't affected by anything other than. But imagine stacking those together. That'd be even more insane. But who wants to play the Saracens?
Yeah,
right?
no one wants to play the Saracens. Let's be real.
Anyway,
Good civs only, please.
Yeah. So, oh god, I keep going in and out of the game. I just quit the game. There we go. Right then, thank you everyone for tuning in so far. We have another game still to come in this best of 5. Yucatan is up next. Can Secret win? Will BZK pull it back? I would like to not see a 3-0 sweep, to be honest. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Of course. No one ever likes to see 3-0s. Everyone likes, especially to see like a reverse sweep.
Yeah, a reverse sweep would be cool.
That would be amazing.
How likely is that?
Well, not very likely, but a man can dream, can't he?
A man can dream.
I can dream. Or, sorry, a bot can dream.
Robo can dream.
I can dream.
That's for
sure. I am
sure.
dreaming very hard at the moment.
Well, let's see. We're going to launch into our next game right away. We're not going to keep you guys waiting at all. Thank you, Alex the Cat, for the other gift subs as well, to Gothalon and to Tails. Tails, by the way, doing quite a lot of work on the Warlord Kingdoms mod.
He made the original African Kingdoms mod before Rise of Rajas even came out.
Yeah.
And that was sort of adapted into Warlord Kingdoms.
Yeah.
With Giant Apple.
I actually played some TF2 with Tails the other day.
Oh.
He's incredibly good at Team Fortress 2. He made me look bad.
Well, that's not too hard, is it?
Wow, right. Wow. I'll have you know I'm pretty good at the game, but never mind. This is Age of Empires 2, not Team Fortress 2, and we're going into game number 3 right here. We'll see if Team Secret can get the sweep, or if BZK can at least claw back some kind of, I want to say dignity, but that's really the wrong way to put it. They're not being disgraced here by any means. Obviously, Viper and Tata are incredibly strong, and Goku and Fire might be 2-0 down, but they could absolutely do something to pull this back here. In Game 3, it's going to be on Yucatan, the sort of ECL modified version of the map with the shallows. So it's going to feel a little bit like Cenotes in a way, but with a bit more food.
A lot more food.
A lot more food.
Yeah, a lot more
admittedly,
food.
Yes. Okay.
I think you get 16 sheep or turkeys in this case. You get 3 boar. You get 8 deer and 2 berry bushes. So that's basically double what you would normally have.
Yeah, it's huge. And it looks like BZK are looking to capitalize on that additional food with the Franks and the Britons. And we've got Goku up to the north in the green as the Franks here, and he'll be taking those berries which have spawned quite close together at the back of the map and using his berry gather bonus. The Britons will be taken by Fire, and he'll be taking that sheep gather bonus, but that also, of course, applies to turkeys and llamas and cows and water buffalo.
Yeah.
But
I'm actually hoping that we're going to see a bit of a turkey sling.
Yes, right? Like, you send your turkeys over to your Briton neighbor.
You keep 8, normal amount. You send the other 8 to your ally.
Yeah, and then your ally gets, what, 24?
Yeah.
24 sheep. That's pretty insane. Good. I mean, turkeys. Shirkies. We'll call them shirkies.
Because that's so much easier.
Wait, whoa. We got 2 lamed, though. Viper.
No, those are not dead bodies.
What's that, then?
You're
telling me that's not 2 dead turkeys?
Oh, dead turkey. Sorry. My bad. I thought you meant villagers.
Viper lamed the 2 turkeys from Fire there. Good now shout. He's going to try and lame the villager as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to work. Oh, he's going to get it. Oh, that boar is going to kill that villager, and there's nothing he can do. Oh, God. Viper, please. Do you really need to do this to Fire? You're already 2-0 up.
He can't just win. He has to humiliate them too.
Oh, goodness. And he could deny 2 turkeys over here if he gets them as well. He's going to go for a second lane attempt, but he won't get this one.
I think he's too far away now.
Yeah, he absolutely is too far away. Goodness me. Viper, by the way, playing as the Spanish here. No particular food bonus, only a trade bonus. And it'll be a while before we see any of that trading going on. So interesting that he's gone for Spanish here. I think just because he had to take a civ from the pool and they decided Spanish is the one for them.
Yucatan is sometimes a fairly wallable map. So,
can be.
Scouts into walls, into conks could be an option.
Absolutely could be. And let's take a look at his map. It's considering how he walled last game, anything's wallable.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently. But no, he can wall in a lot closer to his base, to be honest, just like this. It would wall out the main gold, though, which is kind of annoying. He has got gold in the back, but We'll see. We will see. So far, they're stealing 2 turkeys away from the British player as well. The Britain player, sorry. Getting sort of... It triggers me because Age of Empires 3, it's called the British, and in Age of Empires 2, they're called the Britons. And I'm always getting it mixed up now.
I just call them the Brits.
Oh, that probably might be easier, wouldn't it?
Because it's just the same always.
Yeah, that's true. Tato is on the Mongols, so he's taking advantage of the faster hunt.
Mm-hmm.
He's already milled one of the deer patches to the north rather than milling his berries, and he's already grabbing his 3rd boar right now. So Tato is literally swimming in steaks at the moment. He's got more steaks than he can shake a stick at.
I'm a little surprised by what he's doing, though.
Which is not a fast feudal.
Right, yeah, he's not doing like 18, 17 pop scouts like you'd expect from Mongols.
21 villagers by the time this one completes.
Right, and he's already got 700 food in the bank. By the time that boar's finished, it'll be like 900, and he's queuing more vills.
Wow, another one. Another one.
Is he just...
Tato's been taking some advice from DJ Khaled here. Yeah. He's queued another 2.
Okay, so he's not going to do like archers or something. That would be silly.
Man, every time he goes to click the feudal
But he's going to gold.
Is this just going to be a fast castle then? Without a naked fast castle? Are you actually...
With no walls?
Are you for real?
Okay, no, here's the walls. Okay.
Still, I think that's really risky. Really risky, because it's not that easily wallable. He's over to stone now as well. But this right side is completely open. The wood line could be raided. By the way, Fire's just about to hit feudal now and go into some scouts. Frank scouts. Goku. And Fire hasn't clicked up yet because he's doing a 4 militia drush. And maybe a 5th militia.
I don't think so. There's got no one else on gold, as far as I can see.
No. What? Well, why is he just keeping them at home then?
Oh, he's clicking up a really, really, really late man-at-arm rush? We're just looking at each other with this, like, confused, what? Face on.
Bravo, what's going on?
I thought I had some understanding of what the meta was.
Of this game?
And now I'm just...
questioning everything?
Yeah, I've got no idea what's happening.
Tato's kind of walled-ish. I mean,
not really.
It's so open here. These scouts will be coming in very soon. Stables on the left side. I was going to lose my mind if Goku hadn't built a stable.
Just full spear rush with the Franks.
Yeah.
The Mongols, he's going to do scouts too, right? So I'll just go full spears.
Crap, though. Look at his resources. That is insane.
Market blacksmith?
Like, Mongols reaching the feudal age with 1,000 food. Thanks, Yucatan. All that additional food. Now, of course, with that walling there, I mean, if he closes that, he's still...
open all over the place.
He's actually actually closed. Look at this tree line. It's so deceptive. It's actually...
He just needs one thing in there.
Yeah, it could come through here. But the scouts are kind of slow compared to the Tato fast castle, which he's going up now on 24 villagers, which is...
I guess just straight Mangadai, it looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be straight Mangadai. It has to be. And he's got his villagers walled in on the mines. If he loses his wood, so be it. But he's walling that in as well. So, oh boy. I mean, Secret definitely getting points for style here, but Fire's in.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap. Jesus.
Oh, that feels bad, man.
Okay, I'm just wondering when BZK are going to catch a break.
and look at this.
Team Secret just doing everything right.
Oh, no, but Viper's tower on the front is possibly going to get denied.
Getting doubled now. Goku coming in.
But look at how many villages Viper's sending forward. Like, all of the villages.
He will finish that tower and fight with the villagers as well. Tower can garrison. He can start to batter down some more scouts. And okay, he might lose a couple of villagers here. But look at this. The men at arms, they want to get involved.
Yeah, that just feels...
can't.
That feels so bad for Fire.
Fire's losing everything.
And I think he only lost 2 villages there?
Who, Viper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire lost 1. I mean, just how badly just think about how badly a forward push could go. That's basically what just happened. His army gets walled in, his tower doesn't go up, and
his archery range doesn't go up.
The archery range gets denied.
That's at 99% probably, looking at the HP on it.
98%. Just everything went wrong.
And while this is happening, Tato's just hit the castle age at before the 15-minute mark.
The castle's being built now.
Oh, wow.
Is the idle villager exclamation mark mod allowed for tournaments? Yes, it is. There's no way for us to know whether they're using it or not.
And anyone can use it. It's a free mod that you can just get on the Voobly Workshop or Steam Workshop if you're having to play on Steam.
Yeah. It's not hard to get, and it's not possible to detect. So graphic mods typically are allowed in tournaments, no matter what graphic mods you decide to have. It's not possible to make a graphic mod which allows you to cheat, essentially. So it looks like Fire's just going to give up
and just break out the other side.
Break out the backside and just sort of save those militia or men-at-arms for another day. It feels very bad, man. But yeah, Castle Age is coming in for Goku. He did transition up to the Castle Age quite quickly off the back of those scouts, as you would expect.
He didn't make too many scouts.
And he's just going out to his
more berries.
Second berries. But yeah, you're right. He only made like, I think 4 scouts in total.
Yeah,
maybe 5. He's got 2 here and he lost 3. So
he made 4.
Maybe he made 4, yeah. So it's quite a quick transition. But Tato's already Castle and there's already Mangadai coming out, which is actually quite nuts.
Well, I'm thinking because Viper's already preparing to go Castle Age himself, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the gold to come in, and I guess he needs to make his buildings, and then he'll be up.
Oh, he's building his market quite far forward.
That might not happen.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 2 towers to defend himself with, right?
That's true, and it's going to be annoying because he won't be able to build the market while this army's here. And Fire's going to commit to finishing the tower.
How many villages he
regret that decision because there's Mangadai coming in from the back.
And 2 towers.
This is like a killing box right here.
What is going on?
It's a mess. It's actually a mess. Viper's focusing down those villas with the towers as well, using the towers and sort of right-clicking on the villagers. And okay, the tower goes up.
But guess what's going to happen now? The tower on the right is going to kill the man-at-arms, and then the villagers and the tower on the left are going to bash down the tower.
Yep. That's not happening for Fire.
Yeah, I don't think building that tower was worth it at all. He's lost, 4 or 5 villages there. Yeah, and now this tower is just going to go down instantly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on the right side, Goku, Castle Age, 2 new TCs. This game rests on his shoulders right now. Okay. Fire needs a lift. He needs a shoulder ride, and it's on Goku to get the knights out and start turning this game around.
Oh, and the villagers are popping out of the tower now.
Yeah, some of those guys are going to die as well. I mean, he's behind by 5 vills, Fire. It's not the end of the world. But Goku
Viper's also got Wheelbarrow and he's up to Castle Age.
Yes, he has. I don't think Fire has Wheelbarrow, right? Yay. But it doesn't really matter if he has Wheelbarrow or not, but I don't think he has. Yeah, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
So,
he's 8 vills behind plus Castle Age.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's pretty huge. Tato with the Mangadai doesn't have +2 yet, though, so Goku does have the sort of upgrade advantage on his knights, and he can come in and start pressuring Viper here. But all in all, it, like I say, does rest on Goku now to sort of see this game through the mid-game and give Fire the space to get back into it. If Fire starts getting raided and comes into trouble now in the mid-game, it's well and truly over for BZK.
We might be seeing a sling coming in from Fire. It looks like he might be preparing some stone walls at home. Oh no, that's just a wall of houses, never mind.
Yeah, wall of houses. I mean, he could sling. I mean, that wouldn't be terrible. He is actually building a market right now, but it really does mean then that Goku has to keep him safe because he's not walled up yet. Okay, he's walling now. So, yeah, maybe that's the play. Maybe that is the play. Gulmar in the chat saying, reading the rules a bit and came to this. The game will utilize multiple changes to balance as follows. Bloody, 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 blah.
Most of those changes were then added into a new balance patch.
How is this? What do you mean, how is this? Is it like, how is it done? I'm confused. But basically, go ahead, Robo.
Yeah, well, because when ECL first started, this was before a new balance patch came out. So we tested essentially some of the changes and implemented them early. And then once, what I think it's 5.7,
the official balance updated with those changes.
And kept them, and then these results were taken out of the maps, which implemented the changes.
Yeah.
So we should probably remove that from the rules now, because that doesn't actually do anything anymore.
That balance is essentially what the game balance now is, but we were using it before it became official because we were working with the Forgotten Empires team.
Yeah, so we wanted to have the most competitive and least...
And that was kind of controversial at the time, which was funny. It was like, you know, Why are you doing this? Like,
Well,
because they're going to be official in 3 months.
Right.
Oh, right.
And
okay.
these are like sort of somewhat broken units and
Yeah,
broken bonuses, and we want this tournament to be fun and exciting and not,
Yeah.
you know.
And it has been, actually.
Yeah, we've seen so many great games.
Awesome games. Oh, ballistics, please. But yes, Fire does break in with some archers into the back of Viper's Bay there, and he's walled out. He's just not going to be able to do anything with those guys. Viper has castle now, Conquistador coming out. Meanwhile, Fire, walled up at home, will be slinging over to Goku, who they are hoping will be able to see them through the mid-game and win the series for them. Because
could we just take a look at Fire's walls?
Fire's walls?
Yep, you see it? Go to the right just a little bit from that position.
Oh, there's a hole in the wall.
There's this huge shallow portion you can't really wall out easily.
Well, I think he knows he's not walled anyway, because he's not walled over here, and he's not walled between here either, or here. I mean, he's is there any point building these walls at all? I mean, I do wonder, but they are really relying on Goku here. Goku does have 18 knights. He's got more military, or the same amount of military as Team Secret combined.
Yeah, he's got more villages than either of them individually.
Yeah, and so he's in a good position, actually. He's also adding a siege workshop, another staple on the front, and we're going to be seeing Goku ramping up now to try and win this game. But this feels like it could end up being a sort of repeat of the first game, which essentially saw, by the way, Tato cleaning up the archers there.
Only losing one.
Single Mangadai.
Pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
We must have missed some good micro there, but he's not gonna like this.
Well, Ballistics is now coming in, which is good for Tato, but he's still a little outnumbered to take that fight there. And yeah, I think that this could be a repeat of the first game. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? He is double stone walling when he's wide open.
On the right and the left and the top.
What is the point?
Just fire things.
Well, at least he's not going through there anytime soon.
He's protecting the gold, right?
Oh boy. That's funny. But yeah, Goku gonna come in and Viper can't quick.
He can!
It. Oh, Goku.
Oh, just Viper things.
Oh no!
Never mind.
Just break through the house. There you go. He is in. Viper's trailing with some conks though, and the damage might be minimal. He may kill 3 or 4 vills, but the conks will eventually clean this up. There's no question about that.
Oh, no. Quick walls are still there.
Viper definitely will clean this up. Maybe one villager? No,
nope,
not even
one
villager.
vill.
Maybe these villagers on the gold.
Oh, there's a TC to run to.
Maybe more quick walls.
Oh,
yes. Every time.
He's just too good.
He's too quick.
Okay, but we see Goku, who's up to Imperial Age. Maybe he can turn this around. Mass Cavaliers.
Walls.
Oh, he's finally walled it out.
Only he's not, because he's still open here.
He's getting there, okay, bit by bit.
Okay, yeah.
Work in progress.
It's a long-term plan. Fire has the 5-year plan, and he's planning right now on continuing to send those resources to his neighbor, who will be going for Cavalier Paladin very soon. It looks like Goku will eventually kill a single villager for those 5 knights, or 6 knights.
Not particularly impressive return on investment there.
No, not particularly. But you know what?
He has a lot of stables.
He's got a lot more knights.
Yeah, that's a lot of stables
He's
there.
going to deny his castle. Tato, well...
Maybe he can quick wall his vills in? No, he's not. He's not the Viper. He can't do that.
Well, he could do that. Let's not underestimate Tato here. Fair. He could do it. It's just he chose not to.
He chose not to. Exactly. Yeah.
But yes, the Mangadai aren't really much of a threat. The Conquistadors are a threat, but they were kind of in the back of Viper's base for a while. And Viper's 3rd TC is quite late as well, compared to Goku, who's been on 3 TCs from the second he hit the Castle Age.
He has been getting Sling though, so...
Yeah, he's been getting Sling as well, but now he's into Tato, and this is actually going much better than the first game. I was worried that it could go the way of the first game, where Secret would be able to start raiding Fire because he was wide open, but this time he is closing it off, slowly but surely.
Trying to.
Although that is actually working in Viper's favour.
Okay, and now those 3 villages will close it off.
Looks like they will, but that's
going
to be a denied castle as well. Oh man, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, but it looks like that Tato will actually get his castle up here in the end anyway.
1 villager.
Nicely done.
Oh boy.
And Viper's coming in to raid Goku. We are waiting for +4 defense and Cavalier. And once that comes in, Goku will be primed and ready, locked and loaded.
He's only got 10 knights left. You know, he was up to close to 30, and he's sort of thrown away a lot of them.
To Viper's Conks to
and
some Mangadites,
Tato's TCs and castles and stuff.
Oh boy. Well, +4 defense is in, that's nice, but, you know, Conquistador's the only Imperial Age unit that you can train in the Castle Age. Although, actually, I'd argue that the Obsidian Arrow crossbows are kind of like Imperial Age units as well.
Oh, they're sort of just siege units. I guess Janissaries are also kind of an Imperial Age unit.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're not as good.
They don't have a horse, do they, Robo?
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that these guys are mounted and hit for 16 and have 75 HP in the Castle Age is just nuts. Like, look at that. It's just insane. They're so damn good. But we do have some Cavalier out, and Tato's going to just hop into his castle there. Mangudai are great inside of castles, by the way. They had so many arrows. There's 13 arrows coming out of that castle right now. And doing quite a lot of damage.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Feels bad, man.
Oof, couldn't wall that off.
Okay, so we've still seen a little bit of Cavalier raiding happening, but we've still got Viper in the back of Goku's base with a ton of Conks raiding as well. So it's kind of...
Conks just kill... I mean, it's just absurd,
He lost
right?
one Conk there for like 6 Cavaliers.
It's just actually nuts.
Oh boy, but Goku's going straight for Paladin.
But as he should do, I would expect, with the sling.
With the sling. You have to be doing Paladin. That's their only chance. But the problem is, you know, Tato's just hit Imp. He could maybe consider switching into Camels. Might be an option.
Yeah, it could be. He's doing Elite Mangudai right now, thinking about long-term game plan. But obviously, heavy Camels would be reasonable as well. The Mongols get pretty good heavy Camels, so it's a natural counter, of course.
Oh, but if he starts losing these castles, then he might not be able to take Mangudai.
Could be awkward. But I mean, it's not the end of the world though. Like, say, if you just go Camels, that could be quite a good answer here to the Paladin. And
you still got the Conquistadors sitting behind the Camels, right? So you've still got that nice mix of units.
And Camels aren't really going to be a problem either until the Britons come into the game. Because what are the Franks going to really do against Camels?
Helps?
Yeah.
But they're still Conks, right?
Yeah, you've got the support of your teammate there. Once the Britons come in and start adding Arbalest or Longbow, then you know your Camels might have a problem.
No, but Viper's heading over to Fire's base. Sorry.
Yeah, told you it was open.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not open, to be fair. He has walled here and here, but the Conks are already through after the walls was completed. And well, that could just be GG. I don't know. I mean, Goku probably won't want to call it, but Fire might.
As we saw from game 1.
Yeah. Oh, dear, dear. These villagers will have nowhere to run. They can go to the TC, but...
only 15 fit in TC.
Yeah, exactly. They're all just sort of sitting there and...
Right, and he's just going to slowly kill off these paladins.
I don't know if he will kill them all. I mean, he should be able to, actually. If he can get back into... Oh, look at this. It's perfect. Little hole made for Viper. Look at this. They kill paladins, like, so easily. These are almost fully upgraded Frank paladins.
What is that tower from Fire? What's that supposed to do?
Protect his farms, man.
The Conquistadors can just go stand under it and destroy it. It's too far away from the TC.
Oh, yeah. That's true as well. Well, that's going down. But, yes, on the right side. Whoa, did you see this Mangudai? They were, like, sliding. But I didn't realize there was ice. Or maybe it's black ice. I can't see it. But there's no way that Goku has enough paladins here. He's admittedly taking down some castles, which is great.
That's Tato's last castle, by the way.
Yeah, that is very, very good for him. But Tato has a lot of Mangudai already, and Viper's got a lot of Conks as well. So these paladins, they're not able to really get in there and do much damage because they're in too small a number. At the same time, Fire's just being raided constantly.
Right. And you want to be slinging food and gold to the Frank player to make knights, right?
Yeah.
And
not happening.
Yeah, if you're denying the food and the gold, you can't really sling those.
Not on Viper's watch.
And okay, Viper's up to Imp as well.
Parthian tactics now coming in. These will be fully upgraded soon. And in the chat there, just going to read out this message from Gulmar. He said, "Really nice to see how much you have grown the community, guys. I remember when Zach was starting with Escape Gaming and ventured a bit into Dota scene, but then concentrating on AoE. Zach, really a shout out to you to make this game grow again. Get a company going, hosting tournaments with prize pools for a game that's 20 years old, branching into AoE 3 as well now. Good job. And of course, all the others who are involved in Escape Gaming are doing a good job too. Thank you. Love you guys." Well, thank you very much, Gulmar, for the kind words. We are trying our best. And it's difficult at times because we don't always make the right decisions, and we are trying our best to do the best we can with what we have and try and make some tournaments that are appealing and fun to watch. But,
and this is sort of like a first for all of us, really.
Yeah,
starting
definitely.
up a studio and stuff like this. So it's very much a learning experience as we experiment and find out what is good and what isn't.
We're starting to get into our groove now, though. We're certainly sort of working quite hard every day on making things better. So yeah, looks like Goku lost his trebs there. The Paladins gonna get cleaned up here as well by the looks of things. There's just too many Conks and too many Mangadai. Those Paladins are strong, don't get me wrong, but these ranged units are just nuts. Like, they're blasting their way through these Paladins here. And Viper's found even more villagers from Fire as well. Fire had to, like, relocate villagers back here to this woodland.
Right, and he's only got 45 villagers at the 45-minute mark almost.
Yeah.
If you have the same number of villagers at the minute mark, there is a problem.
Yeah, this is very, very bad right now. Goku's taking gold over here, which is good. He's found some extra gold. And it looks like Tato and Viper will start trading soon at the back of the map. They've got a really good trade line, actually. But just the same story here over and over again, it seems. Goku sending in more and more Paladins, and more end up dying. But he will take down another castle
This
again.
is good, another castle, but, Viper's still running around. He's still mashing conquistadors on the left-hand side.
He's over here now, killing villagers again. These conks have done so much eco damage, and they've still not been dealt with.
And he's not going to kill them if he sends in one paladin at a time.
No, not at all. He can't even kill them if he sends 5 in at a time, because they'll just back themselves into a corner and kill them all.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, he just keeps running around.
Halb done now, Elite Conquistador finished, so they just got a little bit stronger.
Look at that
He's
corner.
found another little cove to sit in.
That's just
Cozy Viper in the corner there.
map hacks.
It's insane. Look at that. The Paladin's not even attacking because of the, classic pathfinding. Just pathfinding things, and oh no, Goku's going to lose another 3 trebs.
So expensive.
That's 6 trebs he's lost now. 1,200 wood and 1,200 gold down the pan.
Okay, switching into throwing axemen makes sense to counter the Halbs, but Conquistadors and Mangadai. And there we are. There's the GG.
Mangadai is so good against the throwing axemen, of course, and Viper getting in with more conks. Where did they go through? Did he just run through the middle, or was there a hole? So, there was a hole here in the wall. Of course, Fire's wall only has 900 health, so it's very easy to break it down with a massive conks like that. And GG is called Secret with a 3-0 clean sweep against BZK, and those guys got styled on, really. I mean, Viper and Tato played some really good strats that series. The Obsidian Arrows in Game 2 specifically standing out. And that was our first semi-final match for the 2v2 stage here of the ECL Americas. It's pretty rough for Goku and Fire. They just looked like they got outplayed every step here. The sling strats were a little underwhelming. They tried to sling in 2 games, and in both games, the slinging player was raided. Just not good if that happens, right? And this map is much harder to wall up than the regular Yucatan because of the shallows that we added in. And, Fire's base wasn't particularly closed anyway with this woodline positioning. It just made it very awkward, very difficult to wall. And Fire, although he did send a lot of resources to Goku alone, even with fully upgraded Paladins, just couldn't deal with those Conquistadors. Even the Castle Age Conquistadors were taking care of fully upgraded Frank Paladins quite comfortably due to sort of positioning themselves in these little inlets of these woodlines. So working very well for Viper there, and of course Tato up to Imperial with fully upgraded Elite Mangadai as well, taking out a lot of trebs, causing Goku a lot of losses. Although he did lose a lot of castles that game. So credit to Goku for focusing down the castles. In the end, though, Tato was able to keep rebuilding and keep adding more Mangadai while Viper was doing the damage with the conks. So GG's all round. We'll take a quick look at the achievements before we head on to our second semi-final match, which will be Heresy against Aftermath. And you can see there Goku, of course, with the most units killed, but also the most units lost. And Viper's KD was actually really impressive. 140 to 68. Many of those kills being villagers, of course. And wow, I guess even shockingly, Fire actually slung less resources in this game than the first one. He only slung 6k resources to Goku. In game 1, he actually slung 8k resources. And Goku and Fire GG'd a lot earlier in the first game as well. The first game was a 40-minute game, and he slung 8k. And in game 3, it was 45 minutes. They only slung 6k.
Well, did he start slinging later? I don't think so.
No,
it
not
would have
really.
been a similar time, around 25 minutes?
I don't know. Maybe he did start slinging later, because he did make a few archers, didn't he?
That's true.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's not too good. Fire lost 64 units. A lot of them would have been those archers.
Maybe about 20 or so archers?
And probably about 30 or 40 villagers.
Yeah, which is not ideal as the thing.
Yeah, it's really bad for him. Just didn't have any economy in the end there, and that's the GG called. So, looking at the schedule, we have our second semi-final match coming up next. Heresy against Aftermath. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be a nice one. And of course, we are going to get Aftermath, or we're going to be seeing if Aftermath, can make it through to the grand finals. Obviously, Secret now are through. We'll take a look at the brackets so you can see how it's looking so far. The winner of Heresy versus AM will face Secret in the grand finals for the 2v2 stage. Heresy, they're probably very happy to get to the semi-finals. They're probably not. It's okay. They're probably not going to get any opportunity to go to the LAN with only 2 points. They will score some more points here, but if they can at least get to the finals, I mean, that would be a shocker, wouldn't it? But also, they get some prize money, which is the real motivator.
The real motivator.
At this point in time.
And I think that would really help them, because they as a team have actually put quite a lot of effort, I think, into preparing and practicing strategies.
Definitely. I
agree.
agree.
Problem is simply that on average, their players aren't as strong as, the top 3 or 4 players.
Yeah, right. It's an issue of being, down as an entire team, really.
Right.
Rather
it's sort of like, they are the 8th team.
Yeah.
So, their players just in general aren't as highly skilled, which is unfortunate.
That's true. So, Heresy against Aftermath will be up next. We're going to have a quick 5-minute break here, grab some water. You guys can do the same. Now is the time. Grab a bite to eat, grab something to drink. We'll be back in 5 minutes with Heresy versus Aftermath, and we'll leave the map draft on the screen there so you can see what order the maps will be played. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.